guys so much. Welcome back to another episode of The Wave Talk. I'm your host, Michelle, and we are back with Season 2, Episode 9. And of course, as always, we have a very special guest for you coming up. Stay tuned to find out who it is. Before we hop into our topics, of course, I like to talk to my audience. How was y'all's week today? It's a Saturday, so how was it?
Turned up.
Turned up the week? Oh, okay, it's getting going. Already turning up. Oh yeah, they're turned up off that liquor. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been on a 75-day challenge, and it's included like no liquor. And it's like every time somebody talks about alcohol, like my mouth start watering. Am I like a true drunkie? Like, do I have a problem? I don't know, but like, like my mouth is watering now. Man, I want it. I'm just like, I shouldn't be salivating over no alcohol. But whenever it's done, I'm gonna get some Casamigos, Reposado.
Hey.
I could just see it now. Anyways, y'all.
We probably need to all be in the same place today.
No, I actually need to be by myself when I do that. Yeah, I'm going to be by myself. But let's jump into our topics. Up first, I got this from the Breakfast Club because, let me just read the question first. It says, would you want someone to treat your child like their own? That sounds like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, what do you mean?
So the interview on the Breakfast Club was that this actor has like a child with a new girl, and she was like helping babysit the new girl's baby and their child. But one of the parties was upset because the old baby mama was treating the child like her own. Isn't that backwards? Like, why wouldn't you want somebody to treat your child like that?
You gotta pay the, I don't know.
It takes a community.
Yeah,
That's
right.
exactly what it is. Like,
Is it a bad way that you can treat a kid like your own?
I mean, I don't know. It's like, I would want for my child to feel comfortable wherever they're at. But if you're like treating my child.
Trying to claim my kids, I don't know.
Like, let's just say
I wouldn't
call
feel
me mom.
that's weird.
Well, no, right. Don't call me mom or nothing. And don't try and discipline the child.
As far as looking after my kid, yeah.
And that's why, like, you're not supposed to treat one child better than the other. You're supposed to treat them all the same, whether I'm your mom or not.
Exactly.
I didn't understand why that was an issue for the other girl, but I mean, I ain't got no kids, so I don't know. But I agree.
But you got a heart. You know how kids should be treated.
Right.
It don't matter.
You don't have to have no kids. You got a heart. Some people out there don't have no heart, and there's some girls who are spiteful. Like, don't touch my child. I don't want that bitch around my baby.
Yeah, see, that's different.
And
they're not coming from a thoughtful spot.
a logical spot
Exactly. They're
neither.
just being fucking, you already mad. You just trying to
You're already upset.
trying to find another.
Bitter about something else already.
How you mad because I'm treating your kid like my kid? Like what? Unless I treat my kid horrible or so. Like,
Then we should have a different, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's different. That's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like that one's a no-brainer. The next one, double standards. Of course, this has been a good topic on the show a few times. Should women get in trouble for like smacking men's asses?
What you mean by getting trouble?
Like, well, not trouble, but like, it's not cool for men to smack ladies' asses no more. Yes, like if a girl is
You can't just be touching on people if they don't invite you that way.
It should go both ways.
They gotta go both ways.
Because
it don't end at smacking. Some women, I didn't have women, and I didn't seen women reach out and grab on me, and then not necessarily be inviting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be smacking my ass. Some women get handsy.
I'm guaranteed.
Some niggas want that. Like some women want their ass smacked. You gotta read the room. You gotta know what the situation
I'm
is.
guaranteed a lot of men have been like, have like felt them. And it
Uncomfortable,
takes
you
you
know
kind
what
of
I'm
be like,
saying?
you be like,
Like damn. What the
kind of like, whoa, like you. I mean,
Because you don't want to act like a woman would act. You don't want to make a scene. But you gonna be like,
you kind
damn,
of
I
fucked
didn't
up.
really.
You kind of feel good about it, but then you still kind of fucked up. Like, you know.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like, because this is a serious topic. This is serious. I'm sorry.
Because at the end of the day, that's rising line of consent.
I
It's
know.
gonna cause issues.
That's just the
I
whole point of
know.
it.
So,
But of course,
I need to be for real.
You do got more chance out of not than a man not being upset about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you should give him the respect to want to know if he wanted that before he did it.
Yeah, I
Like said,
agree.
Sometimes words ain't needed. Sometimes you gotta just read the energy.
Body language is important, I would say.
Like with men and women.
Some
Sometimes you
men-
know if a woman wants you to reach out.
Some
or
men
not.
have pursued legal actions because of that type of stuff.
Exactly.
You know,
Jeez.
And some women
just
get
making
carried away.
examples.
Some women get carried away.
It should go both ways. Double standard should be a thing.
I agree.
My opinion.
I agree.
And if all the full quality, then double standards gotta work.
Yeah.
Everybody around.
Okay, well, they agree. Women should be in trouble, or not be in trouble, but we should get reprimanded.
Should
I'm
men
not even
should
saying
men
that
get in
should
trouble?
happen.
They already do.
All right then.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's fine. Don't do it. But we're girls.
No, but I'm saying-
We're girls.
No, see? Nope, right
We're girls.
Right there.
First.
That just did it. Right there.
Yes, okay.
So what can men get away with? What can men
Men get away with everything. What are you talking about? Men get away with everything. So what do men get away? Like, that's like white people be like, why don't we get a White People History Month? Like,
Oh no, we don't get away with it.
yes, y'all do. I don't want to hear that.
Seriously?
Yes, like, especially in sports. That's an example. Men get to be super aggressive in sports, but if a woman is aggressive, like in women's basketball. Okay, that's what I'm saying, but y'all get away with everything. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to keep my hands to myself as a general rule.
But like we said, it's all
But
based on energy. 'Cause it
it's
ain't
based
no
on
set rule.
energy.
'Cause sometimes it's invited. Both ways. Sometimes it's like that. But if ain't nobody giving you that energy, don't just reach out and touch nobody. Shit, I don't feel like.
But if it's there, it's there. I'm just kidding.
It ain't
I'm just
gotta be an
kidding.
ass touch. Sometimes it's like a hug. You can't even give everybody a hug.
Oh, yeah,
Some people
well,
don't want hugs, like, everybody ain't
that's true. That's true. Some people don't want no hug.
Are they giving you that body language or not?
I mean, I used to be one of them people who didn't want a hug.
What you trying to give me? I can give it.
Mm. I'm gonna wait before I do the last one. We going? Hey, how you doing? It was just a quick little topic. Don't do that. I speak. I'm just. Oh my gosh! Don't do that. Please don't do that. The camera's on.
Keep going. On to the next topic.
Okay, the last topic. Oh, who is that? Huh? Oh, hi, Mama. How you doing? My mama just walked in, y'all. Yeah, we're recording. What's up, girl?
This is all our show.
You know how we do at the Wave Talk. We got people coming in and people coming out. Yes, Mom.
I just want to make sure I wouldn't take yours.
No, I don't got it.
We're just trying to get it together here at the Wave Talk, y'all. It's all right.
I don't get it.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. I was just making sure. All right, the last question. Why do black people make their kids move out so fast?
I don't.
They shouldn't.
I did.
I know that they
They talking about
shouldn't.
changing with that, but I think
I agree.
I think it was originally planted like in our brains that we were supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept it up. You know what I mean? It was a bad tradition that started. It should never started, and we made it like a thing. It had to be.
Yeah.
Because just all black people in general, we always had like an underlying thing to prove. Like prove that we either worthy or prove that we can do it on our own because of so-called slavery or whatever. Where we come from, you know what I'm saying? So I think it stems from that. Because like I said, we kept it up as our own people. We pushed the kids out and, oh, you grown now. You got to go prove it. So you got to go get your own house. You got to go do all this. When everybody else practiced group economics, we never even brought it into consideration.
That's the key right
Yeah,
there. We're
yeah.
not taught about
Well, it'll be a family already struggling, and then send their kid out there to go.
As opposed to
Sometimes they'd be like, go lighten the load type shit. Like, I
It ain't like
can't.
even low. You getting all the same bills that we already got. And
I mean, it's lightening that parents' load, but they gotta go do their own
Still
load.
got them same bills.
But sometimes, what if it's like another mouth to feed or something? I don't know. What if they need the space?
Like I said, that's part of the. That's
Playing
part of
devil's
the,
advocate.
That's part of the propaganda that was made in our mind. Another mouth to feed ain't as expensive as it's think. You know what I'm saying? Unless you downsizing your home or doing all that type. A lot of times they're not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. Now when your kids out here struggling to pay their bills, and coming to ask you for help. Now you gotta help them with that. versus y'all doing it another way.
It's also the kid in the situation. Because
Exactly.
we have some that just, you come back home too many times, or you left them too early, you acted
Exactly.
fool.
You gotta read
You
the
showed
situation. Yeah, you just
You
have
showed
to.
your, so now you, go ahead and go on out there.
Now you gotta go see what it's really about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I said, it's situational. But I feel like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a set thing where
I
18
agree.
get out.
Right.
Because that's
Had I not had kids, I'd still.
I would have stayed at home if the boys were in there. I would have stayed.
it
I
makes
would've
sense
stayed
too,
home.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
believe you.
It makes sense too.
It makes we could have split it down 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, we cool.
You know what makes
That's my-
what
we
makes
would've
me
been
look at it
cool.
different is like you ever watch HGTV
Mhm.
and see these different ethnic groups
Mhm.
moving out, buying a home.
Yeah,
It's their first time moving out.
they're behind
And
the
they buying $1 million home. I didn't
Right.
see him like, damn, this nigga moving out his mama's basement
Yeah,
and
they
buying
do.
$1 million home because they set it up like that. So
Right.
you know, it was purposely made. They had a plan. They knew what they were doing. I'm like, damn, that make way more sense than
Yeah.
moving out to a 1-bedroom apartment.
Sure.
Can't afford check to check. You can't afford it.
Apartment
He done got
be
his
the same
career
amount as
started, He done
mortgage.
got savings. He done got credit up, and now he buying a home.
And it's
First home. First thing moved out of his mama's house. Like
Everybody has to
that's
be,
different.
be on the same page.
On one
you know.
accord.
And it's okay to spend your first 2 or 3 checks when you know, start working. But after that, come on, we need to get it together. We need to come back. You need to put this amount up.
Mhm.
I understand you are grown,
Mhm.
but I'm helping you.
You have
I'm
what you
trying to
learn.
set
That's
you
how you
up.
learn the responsibility.
It's gotta be some financial literacy.
Towards a
It's
destination.
different. It's different. Because by 18, you ain't learned all that. Not the way that they teach
And
us in
another
American
thing
society.
that we should be teaching our kids too is about their credit as well.
Mhm.
I agree.
You know,
Because by 18, you should have something. By 18, you should
oldest
have
son-
something. We
my
don't
oldest
have.
son has.
You said something about like it's ingrained into our culture,
Yeah,
and that's very much true, especially through music
exactly.
and movies and stuff. Like
They show it all the time.
we have
Mm.
the pressure, that peer pressure.
You
of,
gotta go
like,
be the man.
being considered a scrub.
Topics going
being
crazy on the
bum
wave
a
talk.
ride or like in a house or something like that, and you know you have other cultures that don't have to deal with that
No.
discrepancy.
There's no pressure on them to
They
feel
don't
that.
deal with that,
Mhm.
and so we all, like you said, like we always have to prove.
We
that
got to.
do
We gotta
ourselves.
prove it, and we don't. And we proving it with less. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to prove something because you got a car or an apartment.
Yep.
When there's other people that's just building real substantial stuff, they got
I mean, if you
they
wanna
got
look at
credit.
some
They
real
buying
structure,
houses. They
Take a look
starting
at the
businesses.
Hispanic families.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look how
They operate under good
everybody in that
Everybody
group
gonna be
under
under
one
this.
roof.
Why? Because we already paid them. Like, we own this house.
And
We
they
you know what I'm saying?
making great
We
progress
have to
as
break
a
down
whole.
that slave mentality.
And they running,
before you can
they
do it
running,
ourselves.
everybody got checked.
Hey y'all. Hey, I agree with everybody's statement, and we could go on.
Yep.
That's how the topics go on the Wave Talk. But I think a group consensus is that we're about to try to change things as we move forward. We don't have to continue to kick our kids out prematurely. You know what I'm saying? Keep the babies at home, and while they're at home, instill some of those principles in them. Make them grab a bill. You know what I'm saying? Make them pay it on their own. You know what I'm saying? Make them work. And if they're paying you anything, why don't you put that money to the side into like a little money marketing account? Let it collect some interest. So by the time they are ready to move, they done got 20 racks in a stack. You know what I'm saying? For them to go off on their own. Put them on your credit card as an authorized user. We could go on and on about the ways that you could prepare your young life before they hit this mean world. But we'll save that for another episode. Those are the topics that we have for episode 9. Coming up next, we have our very special guest, so stay tuned to find out who it is. Thank you guys so much. Welcome back to the Wave Talk. We have our guest for episode 9. We got Diego.
Diego, what's
Welcome
up?
to the
What's up?
show.
What's up? Thank you for letting me be on.
Of
Finally.
course.
We've been talking about it.
It's been a minute. I told you
Right.
I was in like a little remission or something. I was in like hibernation. Sometimes I'll be having like anxiety overload. I'm like, I don't want to
And it's
work.
like I take a hiatus. You
know what
know,
I'm
mental health
saying?
is important.
You know what I'm
I mean?
saying?
So,
I do that. I'm trying to shake it and get up out of it. But enough about me. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. But whenever I'm asking you,
No,
how are you doing? Like, yeah, how you really
good.
doing?
I'm happy to be alive. You know, I
Happy.
woke up. My first blessing was opening my 2 eyes.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Earlier I was complaining about having to do out a bunch of errands, but it's the fact that I can complain about it. You know what I mean? I'm still able to complain today. I can complain tomorrow and probably Monday. And so I'm great. You know what I mean? My gas tank ain't on E.
Speak
know
for
what I mean?
yourself. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's major. You know what I mean?
Gotta go right.
Shit, it's major. So
Sheesh.
you know, I'm not hurting. You know.
Amen.
Kids is good, so I'm wonderful.
Amen. Let's talk about kids. How's fatherhood? How many kids you got?
I have 4, but 2. I got 2, but then we
Okay.
adopted my nephew.
How precious.
So I have 4.
I love that.
So I have 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. And fatherhood is like wrangling cats.
Damn near impossible. How you gonna wrangle a cat?
Exactly.
Cat's crazy.
I got 4 of them.
I got one cat.
They
Her
eat a
name's
lot
JT.
and need to go places and stink and don't ever clean up after themselves. So that's pretty much what fatherhood is like. And then I do that on top of work and then trying to not get killed by the police. You know
Oh, say that.
I mean, so that's what it is.
Say that. Now, whenever, because I met you because we work out,
Definitely.
sometimes together.
Right.
And this whole time I had no idea that you did any of the things that you do. Whenever you saw me at the 405 Nation event, you only told me that you had a podcast, and you
And
didn't
I
even
was-
mention that you did music. I didn't even know that you were supposed to be
And I was
performing.
surprised that I seen you in there. You had the whole setup, the camera. So I'm like, oh, she set up too. So yeah, I mean, I guess am I supposed to go around advertising the things that I do? Like,
Well, I did ask you, what are you doing here?
I was like, I wanted to surprise everybody. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like a lot of
okay,
people
okay.
didn't know that what is this guy here for? You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been in the meetings and group
You
chat.
like the
but-
mystique?
Yeah. Batman
the
do
people.
too. You know what I mean?
What are you, Batman?
Nah, but
Oh.
his mystique is what still intrigues people because,
Mm.
you can't really get your hand up on him that he Bruce Wayne in the daytime. So,
It's kind of cold.
Right.
Is that your favorite superhero?
Nah,
Who is?
my favorite superhero, probably Thanos.
Okay.
Is it a hero?
Explain.
Because he a bad
He
guy,
is
he a
super.
good guy. He ain't really, he just trying to set everything right.
Go deeper, right? In what?
I didn't like it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, right in his own way.
but what's right and what's wrong?
Disagree.
You know what I mean?
We got some disapprovals from the
I'm
crowd.
just saying, like,
We got some
if you want to say,
disapprovals from the crowd.
if I get all the Infinity Stones, I snap my finger, half y'all gone. That's gonna set a lot of shit in motion because now you realize, like, if half everybody gone tomorrow, everybody gonna wake up. You ain't gonna be necessarily like sleep no more. Whatever you was thinking, like, half of us is gone in this room, like, or I could say Darth Vader. What's bad? I like villains. You know what I'm saying?
I can
So,
tell.
Villains is villains make the superheroes what they are. You wouldn't have a superhero without the villain.
Do you have a villainous alter ego?
Nah,
Good.
I just like villains. I like villains. I like when villains. They don't put enough emphasis on the villain. So it's a superhero.
I do like a good backstory. You
Right,
know, let's figure
right.
out why they are. Like, what was that movie, Maleficent,
Yeah.
with Angelina Jolie?
Okay.
You know,
It definitely.
I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I
It
just like
sounded
villains.
off the wall, but I'm like, let's
it
talk about
sounds
it more.
like imagine if any action movie you see,
Mm-hmm.
the villain they could be having all type of shit, guns and henchmen and some white boy on the computer and all type of fleets of cars and all type of money and access and that shit sound cool as fuck. Like I'd rather be a villain than a superhero. You know what I mean? Cause we all
The
gonna
flip
die.
side of humanity, guys, is interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
shit.
interesting. But we're going to get off the superhero talk. Let's talk about, because you were hitting me up and you said you were, like, how'd you hear about the show? Was it like once you saw me, then you got to do your Googles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I seen you and I'm like, oh, like, let me go do my work, you know what I mean? Because if you got something and I didn't know it, because I don't know, Chris put us all together in a way.
That's true.
So, you know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
to
With
Chris.
that being the case, like, everybody there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody just ain't there. Everybody had doing something. So
That's
when I
right.
started realizing what everybody doing, like, I'm going to go back and do my due diligence to find out what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do a podcast, and I've always, like, I've been doing a podcast for a long time, so I
Talk
always want
about
to cross,
it.
I always want to cross, like, promote. Like,
Yeah.
hey, come on my stuff, you come on mine, we can talk, you know what I'm saying? We can just break bread, politic, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about with me. So, you know what I mean? I'm always trying to, if I message you. I don't need reciprocity from anybody. If I mess with you, I mess with you. So that's what
Straight
I
up.
start looking away. I fucked with it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Let me get with the wave. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
So
Welcome.
that's what it is. I'm talking to my man D. Like, okay, I mean, I'm all about peace and love, unity. Like, y'all need to come together. That's what's gonna kill. Like we can everybody can do their own individual thing, but without all right, go back to the superhero shit. The Avengers was all these superheroes. They did all this on their own, but when they needed, everybody had to come together in order to beat Thanos. You know what I mean? So I brought that back. Anyway,
Superhero talk.
that's what I'm saying. It's just like I like messing with everybody. You know what I mean? I don't have no ill will, no hate. I love everybody.
That's a great energy to have, especially in 2023. Now, I want to talk about you being a musician. How long have you been doing music?
I probably did my first rap when I was 17.
Okay, 17.
Yeah, that's back in the 1900s.
Oh, you know, I was born back then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm familiar.
You was familiar with it?
Yeah, I'm
You know what
familiar,
It was like
you know what
probably
I'm
1997.
Oh, yeah, I was definitely here. I was here.
Somewhere around there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was right around the time Tupac died.
Oh, did that spark some inspiration in you?
I've always been a big Tupac, like he's my favorite rapper, you know what I mean? And I ain't even say I grew up listening to the music. I relate to a kind of the militant spirit, you know what I mean? Black power, you know what I'm saying? But he's also multifaceted. You can get every mood from him, from angry to sad to happy to praising women to talking bad about women, talking good about his brother. So, and when he, you know what I'm saying, that's all we listen to every morning, smoking Reggie weed on our way to school, listening to Tupac. So when he died, it was like, we was all kind of hurt, you know what I mean? Because that's like, we was like, I don't know, but that's probably around the first time that I started, you know what I'm saying, rapping with some East Coast cats from Brooklyn and shit. And
Are you from here?
yeah.
Oh, how'd you hook up with them? They were just in the city?
No, I stayed in Lawton in that time, and they were in the Army, and they
The
stayed
base
in the
out there.
same neighborhood, so we were just kind of just hanging out, you know what I mean? And they started rapping. I was like, let me give it a shot. I sucked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you do it for some time, and then it fall off, and then you do it for some time. And then I did it, put out some mixtapes and stuff like maybe 10 years ago, videos or whatever. Then this time around, I just had music sitting around, and Chris was like, hey, you trying to do some music? I was like, yeah, I got some stuff. So he was like, came through that night, I performed some songs. I was like, I like how the energy felt. I got a good revive. I was like, hey, this is...
You talking about the event?
Yeah.
That wasn't your first time performing, was it?
No.
Oh,
But that's been
okay,
the first time
okay.
I'd have performed in probably like 10 years or so.
Okay,
you know
I
what
got
mean?
you. I'm following you. Wow. I got you.
Yeah. So
After a whole decade.
but I've been through a lot, you know, having kids and motherfucking a wife. And
Life does that to you.
Yeah. So you kind of be like, you kind of get into a groove. You change your life. You try to get a different energy, a different spirit. So, you know, your energy is better. You know what I mean? I'm in a good place, I think, mentally. I think that's important. You know what I mean? So
mental health is very important. We were just talking about that starting out. But we jumped over the podcast. Tell us, what's the name of your podcast? And what y'all be talking about?
We Some Players.
Oh.
And
We Some
it's
Players.
on everything. It's on everything. You can, whatever you listen to podcasts on, if you listen to it, it's on there. It's everything. It ain't really segmented, you know what I mean? We go in there and drink liquor and they be chiefing and, you know what I mean? And we just go in there and just spitball. It's just genuine conversation. You know, you drink a couple of shots, you really start opening up.
Y'all like loose lips. Y'all just be in there saying whatever. Y'all
Hey, yeah, pretty much. You get honest.
That's
but it's
dangerous
honest.
territory.
But it's honest.
That's dangerous territory.
Yeah, true enough. But I don't think I've ever
Sound
went
more
over the line. I just think
Okay.
that's what it is. We just like to sit around and take shots. And
That's
just
why I don't like to
have
talk when I'm drunk.
conversation.
I'll go over the line. And then try and like double it.
Yeah, I talk too much.
I talk way too much. I'm going hard.
But it ain't about
no
getting
reason.
drunk. Like, it ain't about, that's what we do. Like, if
Yeah.
you don't drink, you don't have to drink.
Right.
It ain't like I'm forcing anybody to drink.
Of
That's
course,
just what
of
we do. Like,
course.
you sit around, take our shots, and we sit around, what's on your mind, and we talk whatever it is. And you might have loosely some things that we want to touch on. And we try to stay away from current topics because everybody talk about current topics. You can listen to the other 100,000 podcasts if you want to hear about current topics. We just talking about things that's going on in my life. And that's one of my co-stars over there, Banjo, you know what I mean, or co-host.
We got the
or whatever.
co-host in the building.
You know what I mean? I got another one. So we really just, just as you've been listening to it from the beginning, just us telling about our lives, what we doing, business, work, life, kids, money, ups and downs. So it's just like it's a journey. It's just a journey into our lives, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I said it's not scripted. It's just really
Right.
what we're going through
Right.
every time. So it's like,
Absolutely.
you've been rocking with us, and then you come on. So then we're going to, so we want to highlight what you're doing, that Black entrepreneur. That's what we real big on, because my man Banjo, he own a business, you know what I mean? Black entrepreneur. So we real heavy on trying to give light to Black entrepreneurs, give them their flowers, you know what I mean? Just so it ain't necessarily when you say we some player shit, group
Okay.
economics.
Y'all just
Owning
players in the
businesses.
game of life.
Thank you.
Players in the game of
Thank
life.
you.
That's
Bum,
all
bum, bum,
it is.
bum.
He got sound effects. I like it. I
You know
love
what
a good sound
Because
effects.
you understand, that's really
I
what
love
it is.
sound effects.
That's just what it is.
We need a soundboard.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but that's podcast. That's why I never brought it up to you. 'Cause you
I mean, well, we have to do it for now because I don't have like a big over. Eventually, I'm gonna have like executive people on the back end, and they can just press buttons.
Right.
With the
We said we
speakers and
speaking it into
stuff.
fruition already.
Because Ellen had a DJ, so I could have a
We spoke it
DJ.
into fruition, so it's gonna happen. We just gotta.
And he's gonna play the sound effect. I'm gonna just look. He's like, no, 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 no.
You ain't even have to look. He's gonna know when to drop it.
We're just gonna have
be-
kids, but sometimes I'm gonna look for effect.
You know what I'm saying?
can't look for it.
For effect.
You just need that. You gotta get that tight shot, zoom up in.
We're gonna get all that when we get on season 3. We got big.
Ooh, y'all heard that?
We coming up real
We
heavy.
mic'd up, so maybe it probably caught it. We're gonna have to stick to it.
We stuck to it.
We stuck to it. All right, now we about to switch gears. Since you did tap in, you're already aware that we play a little game on the show called Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Are you ready?
Not really.
Oh,
But I got kids in school, so I might.
okay. You be helping with homework?
Well,
That sounds like a no, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, I'm lying. I have.
That's a
My
okay.
daughter's 8, so what's that? 3rd grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade. She in 3rd grade.
I was like,
She
you
in 3rd
tell
grade.
me.
So maybe,
No, Mama, we got water on the floor.
maybe 3rd grade.
We got water,
Yeah.
3rd grade.
I might be ready.
All right, we gonna do it. Now, if you need any help, you can always ask the crowd, okay?
Okay.
All right, the first question. What is the clinical name for the thigh bone?
The clinical name for the thigh bone.
For the thigh bone.
I did not know this in 5th grade. Just for the record, okay?
Hey, look, she knows. You ask your audience, you can get some help.
We're gonna go to the audience.
I think it's a femur.
You want to go with that
We
answer?
go with the femur. She sounds too
She's
confident.
absolutely correct. Go ahead,
She sounds too
girl.
confident with that.
I told y'all not to be killing her.
It's the femur.
No, I didn't know in 5th grade.
Okay, all
Right,
right.
my stepsister got it.
Hey guys, I don't make the rules.
Hey,
My 5th graders, kids do that. But
I don't make the rules.
it's cool.
I
Hey,
just Googled the questions.
You know what? I learned something new today. I'm gonna remember. I bet y'all won't forget it again.
I bet you won't. I bet you're going to tell somebody else.
As soon as I leave.
Education is based off of like importance.
Knowledge is power.
As soon as I leave from here, I'm
You
gonna
ready?
tell my kids. Yep. Next. Ready?
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Who painted them on a Van Gogh?
No. I'm going to let you keep going.
Wait.
Yes. It ain't Van Gogh.
Who? The one that cut his ear off?
That is Van Gogh.
Van Gogh cut his ear off?
Yes.
Okay, then it was Da Vinci.
It wasn't.
It wasn't Da Vinci?
I'm trying to help you out. Oh, what'd you say?
Da Vinci?
Oh, yeah, it is Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Did you get that from the gallery?
Who?
Van Gogh cut his ear off, and you were saying
I thought
it is Van Gogh, but
No,
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 it
I
is Da
was-
Vinci.
That's Da Vinci.
It's Da
Da
Vinci.
Vinci.
Okay, whose picture is on the $5 bill?
Lincoln.
Yeah, good job, good job, good job. Okay. We got one more question.
Okay.
How many zeros are in the numeral for 1 million?
7. Oh no, it's 7 figure or 6 figure. So it's 1 and then 6 zeros.
So is that your final
6
answer?
zeros.
You're absolutely correct. How many you get? If you didn't get no, he got 4 out of 4. I don't like to give y'all credit whenever the audience helps y'all, but I mean.
I'll get 2 out of 4, then I'll take 50%.
No. I'm gonna give you credit because why else would I tell you to ask? You know, why else? So good job on that.
Thank you.
Good job.
You.
So
I
let's.
was ready. I was like, I'm wondering what the questions was
I'm
gonna
glad
be.
you were prepared. It's all right. On season 3, we have a whole different
You
type
gonna
of
get it
game,
harder?
and yeah, it's gonna get real hard.
Okay.
It's gonna get crazy because everybody know the answers. Anyways, let's talk about any upcoming projects that you have, or what are you working on right now?
Actually, we about to start recording new episodes of the podcast. We some players. I've been working on an album. I was telling D right earlier.
Okay, working
I'm
on
working
an
on
album.
a like 3-album thing. You know what I'm saying? It's Diego 1, 2, and 3. But I told
Okay,
him
a little trilogy.
I'm gonna do it Diego 3, then 2, and then 1. I'm working my way
Oh.
backwards. You know, I'm just,
Okay.
like I said, well, I can go on about some other shit. But yeah, it's just something different. But yeah, 3 albums, started 3, worked my way to 1. So I'm working on first one with Q Spitz. You know what I mean? He gonna produce the whole thing. So, I mean,
Okay,
him
we
going-
know Q Spitz. We know
Yeah,
Q
right,
Spitz.
right. You know, sometimes to keep it all
Yeah.
in house. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what it is. Like I said, I'm really about like trying to keep it all in house. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about, that's just what it is, you know. So I'm working on that podcast, still being a father every day. So that's what I'm always working on, you know what I mean?
Always.
Trying to be a better man every day. You know what I mean? So that's really what, first and foremost, what I'm working on. Trying to be a better man. So if I'm be a better man, then everything else will, I guess, be a better byproduct of that. So, but yeah, just podcasts and music, you know. So just be on the lookout. I'm probably about to
Okay.
shoot a video with Wright. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
video coming out.
Video coming. So you know, we
Like
working.
Media 405.
Working. Shout out to my boy Banjo. He got him and the Sharks Only nephew of Juice the Mac coming out with a project. So I just wanted to make sure we get that out. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
looks like you're in motion.
Yeah, we was trying to, you know, hot boy summer. You know what I mean? That's what I've been working out for, so I can have my shirt open. all
Hot
summer.
boy summer.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to have my shirt open on summer.
I don't approve.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some little.
I don't approve
Why not?
of
You know what I
men
mean?
having a good time, let alone in the summer.
Why is that?
No,
Listen, you can have some fun with it.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why you don't want no guys having fun?
It's a joke.
I'm sure that'd be funny.
It's a joke.
Yeah, that's real. That's from the heart. Yeah.
It's a joke.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
I think
is.
we can find that clip in every single show you recorded. 'Cause I know
21, whatever.
So you don't approve?
Whatever on that slide.
We've got some haters in the peanut gallery. But go ahead and drop your social medias. Let everybody know how to find
Diego
you.
Justin on Instagram, Diego Justin on Twitter. That's all I'm on. We some players on everything.
This podcast.
We some players podcast on Instagram, on Twitter. We some players on, like I said, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You can tap in there, Spotify, Apple,
Tap in.
Google, wherever you name. Tap in, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? We read it on air.
How many
You know what I
episodes we
mean?
recorded, bro?
I don't know, 120 something.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all be talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gossiping. You know, they be talking about me.
They be gossiping.
That's really
That
what we
sounds
doing.
about right.
That's what we
Chatty
doing.
patties.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chatty patties.
You got it. I'm probably about to change the name to Chatty Patty, for real. I'm about to change the name to
They
Chatty
be gossiping.
Patties. Chatty Patties on liquor. You know what I mean? I think
That sounds about right.
You right.
I know.
You right.
It's all right. I'll support. Make sure y'all check them out on all streaming platforms at We Some Players.
We Some
And listen
Players.
to them chat and gossip, okay?
Chat and gossip.
But no, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
That's just joking energy. It is. I do want to thank
I
you
wanna
for
thank you.
coming on to the Wave Talk, talking with me for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got started a little bit late, but it's all good. We're not going to worry about it because we still got it
Got
done.
it done.
Yes.
I really do appreciate it. You know what I mean? You said, yeah, I'm working, I'll get with you. I was like, all right, you know, then you hit me. I was like, oh, okay, it's up. You know what I mean? So I really do appreciate it. I didn't sweat you about it.
I'm
You
a
know what I
man
mean?
of my word.
I appreciate it.
Isn't that funny? I'm a
Yeah.
girl.
But but a lot of people ain't a person on their word, regardless. So man or woman. So being that you was credible about your word, that means a lot. You know what I mean? Credibility is major.
Well, thank you again so much, Diego Jetson, for stopping by the Wave Talk. All right, guys, we will be back with our closing statement, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I want to let y'all know, off camera, y'all can't even see it, but it's deep in here, thick, like what they say, like the second grade pencil. It's thick in here. I got people in here today for my audience. But I want to give a huge thank you to our guest for today, Mr. Diego Jetson on Instagram, on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all also tap into his podcast, We Some Players. Like he mentioned, they be gossiping, chatty pattying off the liquor, whatever. But like I like to do it on every episode, I like to close it out with a little quote. Of course, I got it from Tumblr. That's where I get all my quotes from. But it's kind of long, so bear with me. But it got a good message. It says, I can't be around ugly people. I don't mean your appearance either. I mean your attitude, your soul, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you act. I'm not vibing with anybody who has an unattractive spirit. And I feel like it's funny because I did this yesterday, and I wrote out everybody's quotes or whatever, and earlier in the episode, we had mentioned that like people still having bad vibes in 2023. What are you doing? You've been on this earth for how long and you're still walking around being super negative, super pessimistic, you know what I'm saying? The summer is coming, guys. We just got into spring, bloom up out of that, winter madness. Because I know people get like seasonal depression or whatever, but shake it off. Get rid of those bad vibes. It's 2023. It's going to be the best fucking summer ever. I'm saying it here first. Y'all already know. But yeah, I'd like to give a huge shout out to New Wave or No Wave, the home team, of course. I want to give a huge shout out to my production team, Life Media 405. Make sure y'all follow The Wave Talk on all social media platforms at The Wave Talk Official. Again, we did get a new email address, thewavetalkofficial@gmail.com. And yeah, thank you again for watching another episode of The Wave Talk. We'll see you next time.